my ISP just went out. My internet was just out. It said there was a outage in the area. I was looking on my phone with data to see, you know, what the situation was with my ISP. Apparently, internet was out in my zip code for 2 hours randomly. There's no storms, so I have no clue what was going on. Hopefully, it's good now. I was recording a Total War episode, and the internet's been back because I can do that off stream. I just have to log into Steam offline, and I can record episodes without the internet. Um, so, anyways, hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. I guess we'll find out. We did, of course, lose the game where we disconnected. Even if we didn't lose, which we did, I wouldn't get credit for the win because it did that to me like a month ago for like 5 minutes. The internet was out, and it's even if you win, it still gives you Lever Buster. Hey, what's up, Nagarake? Did I get your donation? Let me see. I probably got it. It's just like, could I read it or not? Oh, did you donated on oh yeah, you donate on YouTube, don't you? I don't see it on Streamlabs, but it does it show up on Streamlabs usually when people, yeah. I don't see it on Super Chat, but I don't know if it's just delayed or not. But no, I don't see it if you did. Um Okay, thank you. I'm trying to stay positive. I actually wasn't that mad. I wasn't raging. I was just like, I'm trying to chill. I'm not like a big rager anyways, but thank you so much. That helps. But obviously it's super frustrating because I want to have a cool stream. I know it sucks for y'all. I'm mostly frustrated for y'all. Like on this account, it doesn't really matter if I win or lose. Oh, okay. I guess maybe it didn't because I don't see it on here. But thank you so much. What are we going for here? Can't beat them, join them. Alright, are we gonna have enough damage in the early game to matter? I think I just go scaling. And then just presence of mind and cut down. Yeah, my internet went down for about 2 hours there, starting at about 1 o'clock. So in the middle of the new game, just my internet was out. So I just recorded I was waiting around for like 30 minutes to see what was going on with it, and then I just recorded a Total War episode, which I can do offline. As long as I just log into Steam offline, and then I can do that. So I just did that, and then it's been back on for like 15 minutes. So hopefully it stays on. But yeah, I was messed up. And hey, what's up, Kornick, by the way, as well. I appreciate you coming by. Sorry, it's sort of a weird night. I usually don't have internet problems. This is the first time in a while, I think, that, like I said, maybe a couple of months ago, the internet went down for like 5 or 10 minutes. But I was able to get it back up. But I don't know. I mean, I guess it makes sense for my internet service provider if they need to service the lines or do something. Obviously, they would want to do it at like 1 or 2 in the morning when there's the least amount of people on. But it just sucks that that's when I stream. But it doesn't happen that often. But I can only assume that's what was probably happening, was they were servicing something that was causing some problems. So we'll probably only have time for 2, maybe 3 games, because the server's going to go down at 4:30 because of rank, or because of the patch. So... And thank you so much for that $20, Nagarake. I appreciate it. That does cheer me up.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Okay, yeah. Sorry about that, Aaron. Sorry for the false alarm there. No, no, it's just my ISP. I am switching ISPs. I mean, you got to be reasonable as a customer too. Like at some point, like something's gonna go wrong with their lines. They're not magical. They're physical things. Stuff can happen. You know, and they got to get out there and do stuff. And once again, I understand you want to do that in the middle of the night just because there's less people on. So I get it. It just sucks. I am probably switching ISPs. Most likely go when I move into the new house here in a few weeks. Getting fiber, so hopefully that helps a little bit. Yeah, that was basically it, Aaron. That's it. That's my ISP. So I don't really use it that much during the day. So sometimes, but really, I mean, the stream is the only thing where I absolutely need, you know, an ISP to be running full blast. Because I can just use data on my phone, so we have unlimited data. And I just look at my phone anyways, a lot of the time, for the internet during the day. Because I'm like hanging out with my daughter, you know, she's watching some cartoons, I'm watching some YouTube video on my phone on the couch. So it's very rare I'm sitting here at the PC and I need like hardcore data, you know. Hey, what's up, Marcus? Yeah, sorry for the outage, everybody who came back in, just because, yeah, I can't do anything about it. And usually my ISP is pretty good, to be fair. This Alistar is like real scared. I don't know why he's standing so far back. Now we gotta be a little careful because Nunu could be anywhere. I can't believe they're buffing Yumi next patch. Like, she's still good, man. I don't know. I know she has a low win rate, but it's just because people just aren't that great on her, I think. It's a pretty significant buff, too. Like, they're basically undoing the mana changes as long as you're in combat. Okay, Nunu's topside. Yeah, this Alistar is so scared. Like, he could go up and get me pretty much any time. Yeah, there he goes. I want to get as many autos in as possible. Not only does it do a lot of damage, but I need the stacks for my Frostfang. What the? Why the hell didn't I attach? Like, I was pressing W and I wasn't even CC'd, I don't think. So I guess he lagged out or something. It looked like. Unbelievable.
I won't lose you, Book. Not after losing Master.
I have to thin this out a little bit.
Keep an eye out for red dot, Book. It's gotta be here somewhere. I tried your thing, Book. Now it's time my thing. If I didn't have to protect Okay, napping around Vandal City.
I inspire action.
I've read all his books. Well, most books. I like the pictures of fish. Of which there are
God, we were. No, I'm not using the hotspot. My internet just came back up.
You shall transcend.
They just fixed whatever it was they were working on. So, I mean, I hope it doesn't go down again. I guess we'll see.
where to, book?
The hell, Alistar, go. I guess he doesn't have any mana. I need to try to see. I think with the new ISP I'm gonna get, I think you get so much hotspot data. So if something like that happens, I probably could use my phone with hotspot data in the middle of the game. Obviously, it's not going to be a very good connection, so you don't want that to be a permanent thing. But will Leah support? I don't think she's going to be that great as support, honestly. I mean, try her out. I could be wrong, but I think she's going to need items. Maybe not. I mean, her W does do a lot of base damage.
Don't tell anyone, but now you're ready to prowl.
Breathe in the atmosphere.
Today we are destroyers.
Yeah, we gotta be careful because we can definitely get ganked and busted up.
I won't lose you, Wilson.
We had such control of this lane until Jin lagged out or whatever the hell happened, where he stood still in the lane for like 5 seconds to let Alistar engage on him. That's frustrating. Maybe he was typing or something.
No one notices. I open a teensy portal to the spirit realm. Everyone is up in my fur.
I mean, why not? I mean, it's it's your game if you want to play it that way, sure.
Keep an eye out for Red Dot, book. It's gotta be here somewhere.
Did they flash? Did Nunu flash? Like, I don't know how he got behind me like that after he hit the snowball. I think he flashed. I have to go back and look, but make it a master. Well, I got to play on the diamond account more. First of all, getting a game in diamond takes like 3 hours to get through all the dodges, and then you might get a game that you may win or lose.
But beauty truly.
My metalhead? Nah, I don't really listen to metal that much. It's okay. I don't know. I don't listen to metal and I don't listen to country. is just taking over. I don't know how Nunu as a champ like doesn't have like a 60% win rate right now. Like, that champ's just so busted.
Cook doesn't like you.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, Jin may not have been the best choice.
Don't tell anyone,
Wait, where the fuck is Jin? Oh my god, dude. Alright, let's just pack it in. I mean, he is low on HP, but it's like, come on, man. He's absorbing all the pressure of this Warwick. This is how it works every time I want to play Yumi, man. I play against her. Jungler never comes bottom. ADC never pressures. It's just a farm off. Takes over the game. I want to play Yumi. Their jungler perma camps bottom. They go hard pressure. It's just such a meme. And with like any like risk champion. I mean, I get it. He was low, man, but like Warwick and I are tanking all the hits. I don't know.
Turret plating will soon fall.
This game's just a bit of a diffy.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay. Well,
Triple kill.
I didn't get a triple kill there, so I'll take that. Victor's working on our inhibitor, though. Basically, no help from Nunu, because Nunu's been bottom the whole time. Fiora is just naturally getting completely blasted. I mean, maybe Nunu ganked up there once. I don't know. She got 1 or 2 kills early. But it's like, what? Like, he's already on the base towers? Okay. Well, we do scale the meme. So maybe we can get back in there.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, I think Karma's good right now.
Do you know what Pepsi?
Go! What? What's going on? Oh my god, are you freaking kidding right now? I should have sidestepped first. I should have sidestepped the snowball first, and then connected with the W.
Do you ever take a nap? You can't? What did you do all day?
An ally has been slain.
This guy just AFK or what?
Expert huntress stalks the battlefield.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
What the? Oh my god. Dude, did I seriously? What the fuck just rooted me? I know his thing, but was I standing in it that long? I thought you had to stand in it for like 2 seconds or something.
Shall transcend.
Okay, well, I goofed it up.
Ever get so sleepy you fall asleep? Just me. You and me.
I guess I misunderstood. I guess it's 2 seconds, and then anyone that enters it after 2 seconds is instantly rooted. I thought you had to physically sit in there for 2 seconds to get rooted. Is everybody just lagging or what? Or is that guy inting? Is everybody just lagging now? It looked like Cassio was lagging. Or wait, who was? No, Azir. Our Fiora moved though. Yeah, she's moved. I have no clue what's going on anymore. I mean, it was definitely my ISP though. It wasn't the server. Because it said there was an outage in my area, and I can look at my box and see my internet's out. So unless everybody's playing in Tennessee right now, or everybody's on Comcast or something.
Breathe in the atmosphere.
Was my W on CD? I think I was CC'd, which is why it went on CD.
Beauty truly is.
I'll have to go back and look at that. I think what happened was I got rooted by Victor's thing, because I stepped in it for like a millisecond. Because I thought that you had to stand in it for a certain duration of time, but it seems as though maybe that's not the case.
Book. Sometimes I pretend you're just a nice, comfy body. What? That's a compliment.
An ally has been slain.
Well, Fiora's moving around again. She's only down 4 levels, so... Wait, what is he getting? Is he getting another Infinity Edge?
Wherever you go, I go. Just don't go fast.
Did Nunu hit me with a snowball? Not that play. You might be thinking of an earlier play. I'm talking about the play around the tier 2 tower. Maybe he did. Maybe Azir did. I'm not sure. Alright, we're finally getting some procs on presence of mind here. Huh, nice. My vision is pretty terrible. Like, it's pretty hard to ward with Yumi. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Victor. I'm gonna have to read his ability again. I guess once it's active, anyone that steps in it, period, gets rooted instantly. I thought you had to be in it for like a couple of seconds, but I think it's just like it's dormant for like 1 or 2 seconds, and then if you step in it, regardless. Oh, really? Jen, get the hell up there! What are you doing? What the fuck? He's like, hold on, let me bait this middle. It's like, dude, no. Like, okay. Hey, what's up, Lucas? Yeah, my internet went down.
If we find a rat, I call it.
Pretty big nerf for TF. Yeah, probably rip in pro play. They're also nerfing Unsealed Spellbook, which is basically a nerf to TF as well. I know, but I gotta get vision down, man. Like, it's probably gonna get me killed. Can we get Scuttle? I move so slowly though. Oh, it's, geez, 1500. Okay, I must have miscalculated something. All right. Physics, camera, bio. I mean, you mean like in terms of performing the science? I don't know. I mean, I can't do the calculations and stuff anymore. What were the choices? Physics, chem, or bio? If I had to choose one... Probably physics. I don't know. Maybe bio. But I didn't do much high-level bio. Well, that triple kill on Jin just really turned it around. There were some goofy things that happened early on, but Jin definitely picked it up as the game progressed. Okay, Nunu just... I don't know. I mean, I find myself watching more videos about biology type of stuff than I do biology related type of things than I do physics related type of things. Or chemistry. It just depends on what the field is. I mean, some things are like a mixture of like biochemistry and things like that. But I'm really kind of just more interested in kind of the broader topics than so the... Huh. I think it may have been. I'm not sure, Black Falcon. I think Sammy just chipped in. We'll have to ask him to clarify. So many people gave it to Cassiopeia. I mean, it was really the Jin. It was just like hard carrying that game. Maybe he was being sassy or something. I don't know. Okay, maybe... Fiora didn't get X'd, though, even though she was basically AFK for a little bit. Okay, let me give the cat a piece of food. You have time for one more game. If it's a very fast game, we might be able to get a second one. What do I think about the Hishinishin stuff? People keep asking about that. I mean, in general, I don't like to talk about other content creators and do drama. I will say, just about the topic in general, there are a few different things at work here. I saw that Soul Renekton Only said he couldn't believe that he's still streaming and he still has fans. Let me first of all preface by saying I don't know the entire story behind sort of the Me Too cancel culture thing around Hishinishin right now. I saw something or other. He was kind of... But I don't know the story. Like, he was supposedly flirty with somebody. I don't remember, like, if he knew they were underage or what. I mean, if he knew they were underage and it was underage, and he actually was trying to get together with them, yes, you know, that's pretty bad. I mean, I don't know how old he is, though, either. I mean, if he's like 30 and the girl he's talking to is like 14, it's like, okay. I don't know. It just depends. I mean, if he's like 21 or something and the girl's like 17, it just depends on the laws as far as like legal stuff with the state. So I don't know all the particulars of his situation, but I will just say that, you know, young people... Hey, what's up, man?
What up? You're back.
Yeah, finally I got the ISP back.
Nice.
Young people are gonna flirt, And I think that I'm not trying to dismiss it or just say that it's right or wrong or whatever, but I will just say contextually that young people flirt, they make mistakes, they have a hard time reading situations, especially over text and things like that. Like, it's difficult to gauge somebody's response and what's appropriate and what's not appropriate, especially if you already have a cordial relationship with them. But once again, I don't know all the particulars, but I'll just say that in general, like, there's a court system to, you know, adjudicate this kind of stuff where evidence is presented, there are counter arguments, you know, there's an entire legal infrastructure built around these type of things. And I think that a lot of this stuff is circumventing the law, and a lot of people are jumping to conclusions about stuff without a lot of proper evidence and things. And I think that due process has just been thrown out the window in a lot of these cases. I know that who is it, Angry Joe? There's a lot of people that have been kind of caught up in this type of thing, and so in general, I think that people have a right to due process, to evidence and things like that before, and they should have that before, you know, people jump to conclusions. Now, I don't know, maybe there's really damning evidence. I don't know in this specific case, but I think that in general, a lot of times. Now, I understand kind of why sponsors do that, just because there's such a just a fury or something in our culture about that type of stuff, and sponsors, regardless of whether or not someone is guilty or not, they just want to drop them and just not even risk it. But I also think that, you know, if he hasn't been disbarred from Twitch, if Twitch hasn't banned him, you know, he has a right to stream, and people have a right to not watch it or watch it and choose whatever they want to do, you know? So it's just kind of up to them and how his fan base wants to handle that while the process is being sort of gone through. It depends on where you live, Jive Turkey. I know that in Tennessee, for example, because this was relevant, I'm not going to go into the details of it, but for one of my friends, this was a very relevant thing. But in Tennessee, at least, it's you have 4 years of age. So someone can be 17 and the other person can be up to 21, and you can, you know, have relations with that person, and it's legal if both people are consenting. But it just depends on the state. It varies from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, and from country to country and state to state and all this stuff like that. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not saying whether, you know, I don't know the particulars of his case and whether he's guilty or not. The main stuff I was just saying in general is that,
Oh, they mad.
are they mad? What's going on?
You and me, we got this.
What?
I think somebody banned their. I think he wanted to go Echo Jungle.
Oh. I think it. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get into the right or wrong with minors and stuff like that. Like it is difficult. It is difficult sometimes, especially when you're a known person like that, and you know people are flirting, but they're not serious. Especially if you're popular, and you know sometimes girls or guys or whomever just kind of want attention or just like kind of being in the spotlight or whatever, but they're not serious about it, and someone else might think they're serious, and maybe some people aren't clear on certain laws, and maybe, you know, people are just young and make stupid decisions. Maybe they're drunk, maybe they're doing whatever. It's not an excuse in the eye of the law, but I mean, it's just really complicated with a lot of these situations. Should we dodge? Is this guy like trolling with the Soraka top or not? I can't tell. Yee's gonna be difficult to deal with. Like, who's mad? The jungle?
The jungler.
Alright, the other dude's going smite
Can we
Soraka
dodge it,
top.
or you
Yeah,
wanna play it?
I'll dodge it. Kid's trolling going smite Soraka top. So I don't know. I mean, chat logs and stuff like that could be doctored too. I mean, I just don't know. Like, my whole thing is, I feel like everybody's entitled to due process. Whether you're innocent, whether you're guilty, in general, everybody's entitled to due process. They're entitled to have their case, heard, evidence presented. Even people where it's like, they murdered someone in the middle of 50 witnesses or whatever, they deserve a court hearing and stuff like that, because it's such a slippery slope if you don't give people representation, legal representation, they don't hear their side, then it just becomes, the court of public opinion a lot of times about these things. And there are lots of novels and lots of historical examples where this can become really bad and oppressive, because it's like, yeah, right now in something that's cut and dry, sure, like maybe people think, oh, we don't need due process, this person's obviously guilty, just throw it away. But there's a couple of important reasons. Number one, as sort of cultural norms shift over time, something could change to where you just get immediately tossed away without any due process. If people think it's unethical to do things that we do right now every day and take for granted, like just, I don't know, walking down the street at 10 o'clock at night is considered shady behavior or something like that, and the police just pick you up and throw you in jail for no reason, and you just get put away, or especially in the case of things like, minorities and Jim Crow laws and all this stuff, racial profiling, all of that, you could be picked up and thrown away without due process a lot of times. And so it's to protect, like, you got to have checks in the system, and without due process, there are no checks on corrupt dealings, right? So, like, investigations that are improperly mishandled, doctored evidence, biased jury, where in this case the jury is the public, which is obviously going to be biased in one way or another. So I just feel that due process is really important. That's why there are public defenders. That's why there is a legal system in place about stuff like this. So that's my thing. Is it's like, I'm not saying that everyone has to like, or defend, everyone that gets wrapped up in this type of stuff, that gets canceled without due process. But I'm just saying that it's a dangerous precedent to start setting in a culture when you don't allow due process, even for people that seem like the scummiest, most terrible people. And, I feel that way too about certain people, out there that are just like obvious monsters. Like Bill Cosby got a trial, right? Like very obvious drugging people for years, dozens and dozens of women, basically raping them. He got a trial, right? And, just stuff like that. Or like Harvey Weinstein and things like that. Like there are some that are like very obviously bad, but they still get trials and things like that. And so, I don't know. It's really complicated, but I think that until he's canceled, he has a right to, stream on the platform if the platform allows him, and if people want to watch him, they can watch him. People can make their own sort of, judgments about these things. He was 28 and she was 15. Okay, did they actually... I don't know. Like, this is why there needs to be legal teams for these type of things, right? Because it's like, how much was actual sort of flirtation? How much was, like, actual sexual innuendo and things like that? Did he actually have sex with her? Did he send her nude pictures? Did he ask for nude pictures from her? I don't know all the details, and I don't really want to go into all the details about it either. Hey, what's up, Sammy? And like, what's legal, what's proper conduct, and things like that. Obviously, it looks a little shady, if he knows she's 15 and he's deliberately soliciting for something sexual, yes, that's bad. But I just don't know all of the particulars about those things. So once again, I'm not trying to defend people that are caught up in these Me Too type of things, but I'm saying that false accusations can exist. I'm not saying it happens all the time. I'm not saying blame the accuser type of stuff. I'm just saying there needs to be due process about stuff. But Yeah, so I mean that's okay. Well, I mean a lot of people use their prestige to try to get girls. It's just the problem is if she is um underage, if he knew she was underage, there's just so many different and like what he's actually asking for. Right? If it's just a couple of flirty emojis and things like that, is that sexual in nature? I mean, I'm not an expert on this intersection between like internet law, statutory. It depends on like if they're in different states. Like I said, I don't know these things. I don't know what's like legal. Is it moral or not? I mean, people can judge that for themselves and decide whether or not they want to attend his stream or support him, right? I think it's also people's right, even if he is found innocent in a court of law, they can cancel him, right? They can just not show up to his stream if they don't want to. Advertisers can drop him. I also believe in that. I don't think that an advertiser is bound to stay with someone that has a bad reputation, whether it's legally proven or not. So I want to be clear about that too, that I think advertisers have the right to support whoever they want to support or to drop whoever they want for any reason. Now, contractually, once again, legally, contractually, maybe that's a thing. It depends on how the contracts are written up. But I think they have the right to do that. I think people have the right to not watch him and judge him as they see fit. Everyone has the right to judge however they want to judge to an extent, but it's sort of the actions that are taken in that sense. Is that I don't, it's really complicated, but so I'm just saying that I don't think that just because there's an accusation on someone that they necessarily, like, everyone is unilaterally morally bound one way or another. I think people can make their own decisions about that type of stuff. Well, I don't even know if he had a relation with a minor. I don't know. Like, if it's just text, I just don't know. But I do think that legally, at least, people should be given, like, representation. Epstein case. I don't even know the details of the Epstein was given a case and he was in prison and probably got shanked by somebody. I don't know if it was a hit. I don't want to get into conspiracy theories. Seems pretty clear he was probably murdered. I don't know if that's true or not, but that happens to a lot of child abuse people in prison.
I watched that documentary on Netflix.
Oh, is there one? Is there one about that? I didn't even know. About Epstein?
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Oh, y'all are talking about how long Giselle, his right-hand woman, in a sense, I guess, with that. So I don't know. Well, I mean, we'll see how it plays out. So I don't know enough to judge him or whatever. I'd want to see a court of law. I mean, I don't watch him anyways, but whatever people want to do with it basically is whatever people want to do with it. That's how I see it.
Let's try and get a full game in.
Yeah. See if we can pull that miracle. I mean, that's fine. Like, I don't know. The thing is, how long ago was that? I don't even know. I mean, the thing is, people make mistakes when they're young, too. Like, Anonymous Samaritan. Oh, we don't know who it was, Black Falcon. Said maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It was an Anonymous Samaritan. Oh, are people related to Giselle already disappearing? Yeah, the stream's fixed, but I think servers are going to go down here pretty soon because of the patch, I believe. But yeah, it is fixed for now, so we'll have like one more game in there. Prove it wasn't me. Allegedly. Judge's son who was murdered. I don't know. I mean, I just don't know about all this stuff and the conspiracy theories and all that type of stuff. All I will say is that if you go to prison and you're convicted of a sex crime against a minor, you're probably going to die. One way or another. I'll just say you're probably not going to be around very long. Unless you've got some serious connections in there that are willing to protect you, and I don't think most people would go to bat for that. Well, what David is saying is it sounds like that Hash has been falsely accused before for extortion reasons. I don't know. I don't know. I think it just, my response to that in general, as with anything in the legal field, is that there should be due process, there should be a defense, and it should take place in a courtroom with people that are experts in this, that know a lot more about it than we do. That's what I think. But, once again, people also have the right to judge it however they want to judge it, and make their personal choices accordingly, whether they want to support him donation-wise or whether they want to watch it. And I think that's their personal choice. And clear, the act itself of soliciting a minor is, it's going to be immoral. I mean, the big part of it is, like, when people are younger, the reason you have minor laws about a lot of stuff about sex, smoking, drinking, a lot of these things that can lead to bad outcomes is because younger people can't, like, it's their executive function, their frontal lobe is not fully developed until they're 25 for most people, so they can't make reasonable assessments about risk when you're younger. And that's why you see a lot of young people doing stuff where you kind of just like, why the hell would they do that? Even me, when I was younger, doing some stuff, like I'd go cliff jumping at the lake and stuff because it was fun, or doing whatever impulsive things that are just kind of fun at the time, and you're just not really like able to weigh the consequences. I mean, people think that it's just like, oh, well, young people are foolish, and it's like, maybe somewhat, but it's also like a biological thing. They just cannot assess risk and make clear decisions as well. Also, they just don't have the life experiences. They haven't seen people get burned by certain kinds of behaviors or things like that enough. They don't have enough experiences themselves to judge that. And so that's why there are these laws to protect minors from various things. So it might seem like someone, and it can be very deceptive if there, is a girl, for example, that's 17 that is just like coming at you, and she looks adult, fully developed, and, stuff like that, and she's maybe been around the block a couple of times, she knows what's going on. It still doesn't mean that she's able to adequately assess risk. And the thing is, it's a lot easier because of that to manipulate minors by older people, especially older men with money, with power, to manipulate minors. Even if you aren't explicitly doing that, like you aren't lying to them or, stuff like that, just your very presence as an older, sort of more powerful, influential figure is going to put a lot of weight, is going to put a lot of power dynamics into that relationship that they can't fully understand or make a good judgment call about. That's why there are these laws to protect minors from stuff like that. Even, once again, if it seems like she knows exactly what she's getting into, exactly what she's doing, it's kind of like the case of someone pleading insanity, sort of. Like, they just can't make judgments about reality and so you don't hold them to the same standard as other people in a courtroom. It's kind of like that. Not to say that young women are crazy or anything like that, but it's just a similar concept of they get special treatment in the law because of their ability to make proper decisions. And once again, that doesn't apply to all women. There are certainly some that are 17 that are very savvy, that are very intelligent, that know exactly what they're doing, and are, but it just working uphill because of the biology of executive function in the frontal lobe. More times than not, they're not going to be assessing risk correctly. And that's not to say that young guys can't hustle them too, right? I mean, it unfortunately happens all the time. Young guns, you know, that are good looking or have a lot of money. You know, some guy's 17, the girl's 17, doesn't stop the guy from being a dirtbag and manipulating her and doing stuff like that. It's just when the guy's older, it's more likely that they're going to be able to do that. So that's why those laws exist. So. Anyways. So whether or not, you know, once again, so I think that the statutory laws are good laws in general, but I think that that kind of stuff needs to be decided. As far as like examining evidence and examining exactly what happens and what counts as inappropriate behavior and stuff like that varies a lot from state to state. And some of it is circumstantial and behavioral. Like, you're allowed to talk to a 17-year-old. You're not allowed to share nude pictures with a 17-year-old. And things like that. That's actually a whole different thing that's also problematic, child pornography. So be aware of that like, if you're younger, we don't have a lot of people with like a young audience, but it's very gray area. If you send nudes to somebody, you could be in trouble for distributing child porn, even if you are the child, potentially. Like, it gets really weird, so just don't send nudes to people via text, especially if you're under 18, is my advice. But once again, I'm not an expert on that, but so yeah, I don't know. My answer is just due process. There should be due process for things. Oh my god, are you kidding me right now? Wow. The anticipation. Yeah, I mean, child porn is a no-go, obviously, but the stuff can be considered legally child porn that most people would not think of as child porn. Like, you're 17, your boyfriend's 17, and you send him some nude pictures, you know, via text or whatever, right? Y'all been dating for a year or something like that. You're regularly having sex or something like that, right? You still, if you send him digitally pictures like that, and there, you know, I think there have been some cases where that can be considered distribution of child porn because someone else could access that phone in theory. It's a really gray area. Just don't send nudes, especially if you're under 18. It's really weird. Like, the digital age is creating a lot of interesting situations legally, so and as a lot of people are learning as well, just professionally, don't ever put anything in text that could even remotely be used against you. In an email, in a text, on a website, don't say it on a stream, nothing. You need to be careful. I'd have to look it up, Jive Turkey. You need to be careful. I think there have been cases where that has happened before. Heh. I guess I don't know the laws in Saudi Arabia, but I don't know, Sammy. It's a weird day and age. It is a dangerous time to be alive if you're young, especially legally. I honestly, I don't know. I would be extremely careful if you're drinking and like, you know, on the scene trying to date somebody or trying to hook up with somebody, I would be, I wouldn't do it. If I had a son who is, you know, in college right now, I'd say don't ever do it. You better bring a contract with you. There's a South Park episode about that. That's pretty funny. Oh, what was the name of that? I'm trying to remember. Oh, PC Culture South Park. I'm not gonna say what they call that in there. It's not politically correct. It stands for something else.
Where to, book?
South Park is a mature show. But, yeah, I would watch that South Park episode, and it's trying to be funny, but it's for real. Like, you need to take that into account.
Just me?
Okay. Okay, let's go. Damn, that is strong.
Damn.
PC principal, that's part of it. There's something at the beginning where there's like a whole frat. It's like a PC frat where they're like, I mean, it's basically they all hooked up with these girls last night and they have all these contracts signed and like their frat leaders like collecting them and filing them away the next morning.
Where's my fishy dish? Wow, even brighter than my shiny one. More cats? They aren't ready for the ferocious female.
Yeah, I mean that is a thing. That's also what Ray's saying. Yeah, it's if you're drinking, it's kind of like being a minor as well. If you're minor and drinking, that's like a double whammy. But yeah, if you're drinking, it's the same type of argument I was just making about minors. It's like you can't, your executive function is inhibited. And there's been a lot of legal stuff saying that you can't make what people would consider to be like a, you basically, yeah, you can't consent. You can't make a judgment of consent if you've been drinking because your executive function's compromised. That's legally how it's where it's kind of going. I'm not even sure if you actually had a contract if it would hold up in every situation. If you have someone literally sign a contract that says, I want to have sex with you tonight, and then you go out drinking, I'm not even sure in every circumstance something like that would hold up. It's just so confusing and weird, man. Well, just find an awesome girl and get married. That's it. That's the answer.
As long as it's that easy.
Yeah. It's easy, right? No problem.
Yeah.
Or a fish.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh god, I'm just dead? Yeah, I'm just dead. Alright. Yeah, I should not have detached. No, the PC police. Yeah, that was pretty funny. The South Park PC police episode. That's part of it. Yeah, but there's a whole bunch of other stuff that goes into it too, which is pretty funny. South Park's great, man.
Keep an eye out for red.
I haven't really consistently watched it in a while, but some of those, you know, viral episodes are great. The Warcraft one's good too.
It's great. Warcraft one's the best. That and the 300 one, the Lesbos was great.
You just gotta disguise your affidavit as a TikTok clip. There you go. Hey baby, can you do this real quick dance and just sign this form on TikTok? Yeah, I shouldn't have gotten off and tried to I'm just greeding out trying to get these Frostfang procs. But yeah, obviously, it was stupid. Obviously, Ashe is sitting right there with her arrow.
What?
Like, I didn't know Bran was there, but
An ally has
high
been
probability he's going to be there. They may not be able to make stuff like that as much anymore, unfortunately. Like, that PC culture, when was that? It was probably in the early teens. And that was probably before it was starting to get too crazy, but I mean, South Park might get cancel culture now if they made an episode like that.
free. Shut down.
Damn, I am so far behind on like the gold generation of this thing. We're super far behind. I mean, that's the risk with Relic Shield, like with Spell Thieves. I maybe should just take Relic Shield anyways, just to make sure I get those procs. It's so dangerous to step up to Ashe because she can just arrow me anytime. Who's their jungler? Yeah, Kane. We gotta be careful here. Lord of the Rings. I gotta watch the Lord of the Rings. It's been a while.
Okay, it's time to
Me too.
There you go. I know it's not as easy as it sounds. I was obviously being sarcastic there. I'm pretty lucky.
Ally has been slain. Enemy killing spree.
We'll bite you.
Man.
Maybe I should have. I should have probably jumped. I don't have Nimbus Cloak. I don't think we're gonna catch her. He's gonna have some kind of help. There's something's going on here. This has got to be a bait. There's no way she steps up. Yeah, without help. Okay, Kha'Zix is coming though.
Turret plating will fall soon.
I think Yumi's still really strong right now. I mean, I screwed up pretty bad the last game that I played with her, and we still ended up winning down the line just because she scales so well.
Do you know what vexatious means?
It just means, like, you just can't spam spells outside of combat, but, like, in combat, you don't need that many spells to be very effective with Yumi, you know?
Time to find a new friend.
And you get, oh, we killed it? I didn't think we got it.
Shut down. Enemy double kill.
Damn.
We're killing buddies. Don't worry, I'll be here through thick or thin. Unless I smell fish. Do you have fish?
Go, 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 go! Ah. Alright.
I'm like your ghost. Ooh.
This is one of the risks of Spell Thieves. It's like, if you're in kind of a tough situation, you're just never going to get wards.
If I didn't have to protect Book, I'd just be a normal magical cat floating around Scandal City. Okay, I'm napping down Scandal City.
Enemy killing spree.
Yeah. Thought it was Yumi saying go, go, go. I wish Ezreal would have E'd onto that Ashe. That was Windwalled. Pretty sure. I can attach. Yeah, they're buffing Spell Thieves tomorrow.
An enemy has been slain. Enemy rampage.
Yeah, it was an outage. It's actually a Tennessee outage.
Wow.
Of my He's like, I got caught and died. Surrender. God, he was 5-1 too. It's rough. Yeah, we gotta just sell this and get. It was just my ISP, Comcast. Yeah, when you get exhausted, that's probably not the time to go in. Yeah, Yumi's a little different because she really does need the mana so desperately early on. That's why I like to get Spell Thieves on Yumi, but it is just too risky, especially in an Ezreal lane where you're basically guaranteed to lose the early game. Well, I really got nerfed a lot. She is getting buffed this next patch. This is probably warded. Damn. I'm dead. How? Okay, so Bran was still all up in our jungle. do
Is it time to
Redemption here or Ardent? Maybe Ardent. We got the damage. We just gotta get the plays. Maybe I should have done Shirelia's. Okay, there we go. That's what we needed. Nice. This is ranked, yes sir. Doing the ranked.
Where's my fishy fish?
Wish Ezreal got a nerf. Yeah, I think he got a little slap on the wrist recently. Yeah, his E got slightly nerfed, but it didn't matter. I don't know. Ezreal's an interesting ADC, but he's so difficult to balance just because he's kind of like me. He fixes a lot of the problems that traditional ADCs don't have, so like, or that traditional ADCs have. He doesn't have them. So like mobility, for example, he has a lot of mobility and poke, burst damage. So he just does a lot. It's kind of like me. Traditional weakness of enchanters, squishy, they can be caught and killed. Not her. Although my deaths on Yuumi are higher than some of the other champs out there. A lot of that's just because I'm not as good on her yet, because I haven't played her a ton. Jeez, Aurelia.
She is popping off.
No! Oh, God bless. Everyone just like dove 2 towers and left me alone. How did I even get that second shot? I don't know. I can't really attach. I mean, maybe I could have attached. The tower shots still chase you even if you're attached. Okay, yeah.
It's okay. We've got 6. Or was it 5? The bookkeeper is a great role for someone as responsible as me.
We'll help, bro. We'll help. We might be running into a trap here. Holy shit, yep. That was stupid. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is why I die too much as Yuumi. You just get attached to people that are doing stupid crap. It's like, raise your hand if you thought there was going to be somebody flanking when we pushed up with no vision and no one's on the map. but I did it. It's like if I was Karma or something, I can probably get out of that, but I can't get out of that as you mean. Like, you're going down with the ship. If you follow somebody who's doing something dumb.
Is it time to save the world again? Today, should I follow my head?
Alright.
Or my nose? Oh, sun beam ahead! Let's chase that.
I mean, Fiora's doing it too, but, like, we know where our people are. We know there's no help on our side. What we don't know is where their people are, so we just got to assume they're close by.
I stuck a leftover rat.
No, we got some action over here.
Okay.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay.
Nice.
That away.
Bless. This Kane is just lighting us up. No, Irelia gets way better as the game goes on. You not have his E back up? I guess not. I gotta just stay attached in these situations. Because I keep getting knocked up where I can't reattach.
It's okay.
Like, I'm trying to stay off to auto-attack the tower, but
Where to, book?
it's just too greedy.
We got the zoomies.
They might take it a little slow.
Yeah, they're probably... I mean, Fiora's not there either.
Ready to prowl. If we find a rat, I call dibs. Or fish.
I don't know.
Snacks in your pocket? How about now? How about now?
we're just gonna try to get
Maps make my magic stronger.
try to get Shurelias just to help us run people down a little bit.
To Yasuo bot.
Mm-hmm.
They're never gonna see us coming. Today we are destroyed. We're killing buddies. I am the brains, you are the brawn. Book is back. I'm an independent cat.
Who's caught? Leona? Or Aurelia?
Oh, we shouldn't fight this, right?
Probably not. Yeah, we don't want to fight this, boys. Oof, okay.
Alright.
It doesn't even matter. You just like chain feed as Yumi early game. You just win. Like, anyways.
I was 1 in 6. Can we win? Probably not.
Probably not. The wave's taking a while, but we can maybe get a tower. Well, we got 3v4 here. Ezreal hits stuff.
Yeah, we can't. Let's just back out. I mean, maybe. Okay, cool.
Yeah, just back up. Just back up. Ezreal is just such a strong champ.
It is insane how strong a champion is now. Remember when you used to just hate seeing it on your team?
Yeah. It's that Death's
Now it's
Dance,
like-
man.
I know. Now it's like you want it on your team all the time.
That's right. Alright, I'm back in Ezreal. I don't know about you, man. Well, I guess we don't have time. I should have backed before.
Alright,
Could have
pretty
had
strong now.
some big stuff. That right there is warded, but I can't get into it.
Do not drop me.
Where was that? There's a little blue ward somewhere. Alright, I got attached. Okay.
I think you guys just beat her.
Yeah, we just win, I think.
Yeah. She's at inhib.
Yeah, she's backing up. So been Ezreal, Kaisa, or Aphelios. Between those three, Aphelios probably. I don't know. Ezreal's pretty legit too.
Bilios is pretty crazy.
Yep. Yeah, with Yuumi, I can't get off and zone the Kayn off. It's just he's either gonna get it or he's not. I tried too often to try to zone stuff and auto attack, and no, you just got to stay attached in big fights. We did get demoted also, for those of you that missed that off of that disconnect game. Not that it matters that much. All right, I'll just text Jason and tell him GG. But yeah, we're still on here. We did get a good game there. We got a nice comeback victory. Okay. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. So thank you very much. Sorry that the servers were. Sorry that my internet went down for a couple hours there. Should be all good. It's extremely rare if you're new to the stream. I can't remember the last time it went down for a couple hours in the middle of a stream. It's probably at least a year ago. So it just pretty much never happens. Yeah, Yumi's still really good. She's getting buffed next match. That's the kind of champ I need to get better on it, because I could play her in Diamond if I was a little bit better. I think that she could work really well. Cause Rakan's just not working lately, man. I don't know. It's just like embarrassing how much I'm losing with Rakan, but I don't know. He just doesn't have a lot of lane pressure, and I don't know. I feel like he should still be good. I don't know what changed necessarily. Maybe his matchups are just that bad against stuff like Yuumi and Soraka right now. I'm not really sure. But it just feels like I just lose a lot as Rakan. I mean, maybe I'm just really rusty on him. I don't know. But anyways, okay. Well, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back tomorrow. Be sure to check out the patch notes I released today. I'll have a tier list for you tomorrow, and I know we have an upcoming Karma guide. I know someone expressed some interest in maybe a Janna guide. We got that Witcher 3, if you're interested in that at all. Witcher 3 playthrough, at least of probably like 20-30 hours of that. We probably won't be able to get through the whole thing unless I'm like speed running it. We can I haven't actually played through the whole game. I've played through a decent chunk, but we'll go through. That'll be my first kind of single player game on the channel, so if people enjoy it and people want to sponsor more stuff like that, they can. I'm trying to find a crowdfunding website where people, I'll have to find the right one, where people could all just chip in smaller amounts, you know, like maybe $5 here, $10 there, to sponsor any single player game that people want to see me try to play, or multiplayer. But that could be something that could be fun. If I don't own the game, it would have to cover the cost of the game as well. But if people wanted to see me do a playthrough, for example, of like a horror game or something like that, or just something else, you know, if we can get it to something along the lines of $4 or $5 an hour, to do it, if we could crowdsource that, if several people want to see that and everyone just chips in like $5 or $10, we could maybe make something like that happen. But anyways, or even just something like a guide. You know, if someone wants an updated Rakan guide, but they can't, don't quite want to finance the full $30, you could go half on it. $15, from one person and $15 from another person. It could be $30 for a guide. But anyways, I'm trying to look for more options like that, because I think that could potentially be a pretty cool idea for people that want some different kinds of content. But the viewership's going to be really low on that type of stuff a lot of times, especially when I first start doing it, because a lot of people aren't going to be tuning in for that. So to really make it worth my while, it has to be sort of crowdsourced, because I am pushed for time. Like I said, with a league stream, that's always going to happen no matter what, unless the internet goes down. Consistently 4 hours a night for that, and then the Warhammer stuff, I got to do at least 2 hours for that per day on average. So that's like 6 hours, and then just responding to emails, looking at just processing videos, uploading them, thumbnails, all of that kind of stuff's another at least hour or so. So it's already like a 7 or 8 hour day for me on the channel, and that's not including, you know, my job teaching at the university, you know, doing adulting stuff, hanging out with the family, yard work, laundry, you know, just all of that stuff, sleeping. So that's why, you know, for doing these other types of games or campaigns, maybe the crowdfunding would be a cool option if I can find the right venue and if there was enough interest in that. That would be cool. But anyways, it particularly one, I've heard there are some where it doesn't, for the people that want to donate for that, it doesn't actually charge them the donation unless it's gonna go through. So if we set like $150 for a, you know, a 20-hour playthrough or something of a game, and if we didn't get there, if we only got to like $100 or something, we can just sit on it and wait, and then people would not be charged until it was actually going to happen. I like that because I could try to do it by myself and just collect a bunch of donations through PayPal, but then I have to do the paperwork to keep track of all that, and if it you know, if we just got like $40 for it and it just never fired, it just never happened, we just didn't have enough interest, then the $40 people gave, I'd either have to refund it, which is a bad option, or it would just be a headache. So I've got to try to find a place that can do that at a reasonable sort of fee. But anyways, okay. We'll be back next time, so thank you very much. Have a good day, and we'll see y'all then.